rewinding the clock back to 2021, one of Cam Ward's targets. What can you remember about that time and playing with a quarterback of his caliber back in his freshman year of college?
Yeah, I just came from Illinois State, so I was looking for a new start and a good offense. And I remember just looking up Incarnate Word and seeing their stats from the spring season. And I was like, wow, I need to come here. They were averaging, a lot of yards per game, scoring touchdowns. And I got here in July. So I was here about a month, and then we started fall camp in August. And right then I could tell that Cam was going to be a great quarterback. And we had a lot of good pieces around him, good coaches. And everything just kind of clicked for us in 2021.
Why did it feel like he was going to be such a great quarterback? What were you noticing?
Yeah, I think just his natural arm talent. That's what you look for in a quarterback is arm talent and accuracy, and he had all those things. And I think, yeah, like I said, everything just clicked in 2021. I don't know why. We had a lot of good pieces around us, but you could just tell his natural ability would take over in games, and he could win a game by himself.
And how did you guys connect on and off the football field, just as friends and people, being one of his primary targets?
Yeah, Cam was he was a funny guy to be around. He was always joking around with us in the locker room and off the field. But he was really a fun guy to be around.
And thinking back, you mentioned a great coaching staff. Eric Morris, when you think back, like, wow, the talent that he was finding also to connect with you, like what comes to mind when you think of his ability to scout out talent?
Yeah, I'm grateful for Coach Morris for giving me an opportunity, because I didn't have many offers when I transferred. It was just here or Houston Baptist. I guess it's Houston Christian now. But yeah, he went out and found Cam at a camp. I actually went to a camp too. That's how they found me. They invited me to a camp at MacArthur High School back in 2021 in the summer. So yeah, me and Cam both came to a camp, and they ended up offering us both, and worked out pretty good for both of us.
Is that a lesson learned for you as you continue your coaching aspirations of how to find talent?
Yeah, I think there's multiple ways to find talent. Obviously we look at the film and stuff, but sometimes you want to see a guy in person. Sometimes that's what it takes, because it might be different when you see him in person and up close. But yeah, they found both of us that way. So there's multiple ways to go about it.
And your reaction to, of course, it was anticipated that he would go number one, but what goes through your mind when you actually see it happen and thinking, like, man, I played football with a number one overall pick?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's I had my friends text me, hey, you played with the number one pick in the draft at Incarnate Word, and it's crazy when you think he came from Incarnate Word. A lot of people hadn't even heard of this school. They have now because Cam. But it's a great thing for this program to get some recognition. And, he started his career here, then went to Wazoo and Miami, and had a great career. But, yeah, it's pretty cool to say that it started here in San Antonio.
Have you tried to reach out?
I haven't yet. I'm actually going to send him a text at some point and just say I'm proud of him and keep going, and good luck.